Shalom, this is Rabbi Klein from the Greater Miami Jewish Federation. As we enter Yom Kippur, I'd like to share with you a story that made the rounds following the passing of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg of blessed memory 2 years ago. Federal law requires the Supreme Court meet the first Monday in October and to hear oral arguments. In the year 2003, Yom Kippur was the first Monday of October. Justices Stephen Breyer and Ruth Bader Ginsburg, both Jewish, approached the Chief Justice William Rehnquist about delaying the session. "I do not believe that is appropriate," he remarked. "We do not do this for Good Friday." Justice Ginsburg knew she needed some form of argument to respond. She explained to Justice Rehnquist that lawyers wait their entire career to appear before the Supreme Court. For many of them, it is once in a lifetime. Some prepare arguments for months, even years. What if a Jewish lawyer needed to appear before the Supreme Court and could not come? We should not make that lawyer choose between observing his or her faith and appearing before the court. That persuaded Chief Justice Rehnquist, and they changed the calendar. Rabbi Solomon Schiff of blessed memory, the director and founder of our chaplaincy program and our Federation rabbi, he astutely pointed out to me 2 years ago that Justice Ginsburg's arguments went deeper than that. For the lawyer who had extensively prepared the case, the failure to appear before the court would actually be a disservice to the highest court, because not all the arguments would be offered. In other words, the failure for these lawyers to appear was not simply an inconvenience to the court, but rather fundamental to the very work of the court itself. Rabbi Schiff's words got me thinking. Perhaps Justices Ginsburg and Breyer could have made another argument to the Chief Justice. Perhaps they could have argued that they were not simply judges, but defendants as well. They couldn't come to the Supreme Court that day because they were already summoned. They were summoned to appear before a higher court. Now, what could be a higher court than the Supreme Court? And who could be summoning them? Yom Kippur is a day when the heavenly court meets, and God is the judge, summoning each one of us. The case on the divine tribunal's docket is your perfected world versus your reality. While the heavenly angels represent the perfected world, we represent your reality. Each of us make a case, not only for our own lives, but the lives of our family and the lives of our society in general. On Yom Kippur, we become both the defendant and the defense attorney, and we make the case for a year of blessings. We argue to the best of our abilities that we are all worthy. So far, this sounds pretty daunting, like the prayer Unatana Tokef. Even the angels themselves are in terror, for they cannot endure the judgment, the prayer says. However, Yom Kippur is not just a day of fear, but it's also a day of joy. Why? Unlike a human court that only looks at the past that was, the divine court looks at the past and the future. They look at not only where we have been, but also who we are, what our potential is, and where we want to be, where we want to go. This is the essence and the secret of teshuvah, of repentance. In discovery, new evidence can be offered before the court, not only about what was, but what can be. That discovery can be uncovered in the inner hearts of each of us. What human court can present evidence from the future in discovery? Thus, on Yom Kippur, we want to offer our best selves and our best arguments. Like Justice Ginsburg, who was summoned to the highest court on Yom Kippur, each of us need to make our best arguments to sway the divine judge in our favor. Just like the potential of a Jewish lawyer arguing passionately before the Supreme Court, without our presence, the merit of our case will never be fully heard in the heavens. We need to be there in every sense of that we can be somewhere. The court needs you. The world needs you. What will your commitments be for this year? Wishing all of you a Gamar Chatima Tova. We should all have a wonderful and blessed judgment this year.